Live picture right now of Dollywood out there in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, East Tennessee, where people are lined up and ready to enter now what is sacred ground, and very appropriate to see Dollywood and the butterflies behind the big marquee there out in East Tennessee. We've been paying tribute to the great icon that just beyond music was an amazing woman, and did so many things and remembers her roots, and part of that is passing on her legacy in the way of education and books for people who don't have that reach. So part of that legacy touching us here in Mecklenburg County with a program that's put free books into the hands of hundreds and thousands of children across our wonderful state. Mike Blackwelder, CEO of Smart Start of Mecklenburg County, joining us this morning with Miss Dolly herself. They're holding one of her books. Nice to see you, Mike. Thanks for coming in such short notice.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for letting me talk about Dolly, one of my favorite topics.
Absolutely, and I love your hat and your shirt. And what was your reaction when you heard about the passing of Miss Parton?
I was just stunned. I actually was in the office. I came out of a meeting. I was talking. A couple of my friends texted, and I saw that the news, and I just kind of stood there, and one of my colleagues was like, "Mike, what's wrong?" I said, "They're telling me that Dolly passed." And she went to her office and Googled just to make sure we were fact check it, and then everybody just kind of swarmed in to kind of huddle and grieve a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it is such an impact on the world.
Yeah.
And there are not too many people, people left in the world that you can say that about. So for people who didn't know her as a music icon, explain how personally you got involved as she was building this imagination library.
Well, personally, I've been a lifelong fan of Dolly and always will be. But the Dolly Parton Imagination Library actually got started in 1995 in her hometown in Sevier County, Tennessee. Her father grew up, spent his entire life without knowing how to read or write, and she knew that reading and education, what doors would open, where it could take people. So she wanted to give that to other people. So she started the Dolly Parton Imagination Library in 2014. Sorry, we brought the program to Mecklenburg County, and it was opened by zip codes then. So we brought it to one zip code and started to expand. In 2017, the state government decided to pay for all zip codes in all counties across the state. So we've launched statewide, and we've been giving away books ever since. Children can enroll ages 0 up until 5, and they receive a free book in the mail in their name each month until their 5th birthday. It teaches them to read. They get to read with their parents and gets them ready for kindergarten.
Wow. 31 years, celebrating 31 years of Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. You had to put a pause on it, though, for a brief moment, right?
It's sort of. So last year we didn't have state funding because of we didn't have a budget. So the decision was made at the state level. We just didn't have the funding for the program. But Mecklenburg and a few other counties said, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep enrolling kids. We can't lose this momentum. We've got 40,000 children enrolled each year. That would have been a huge gap. So we kept enrolling kids all the last year and took on the cost ourselves. And luckily we have funds again from the state starting this fiscal year. So the state's picking up the tab starting July this year.
Fantastic. What great timing,
yes,
too. Do you have a favorite story of your connection to the library, how it opened, how many families are affected and impacted in the best way in Mecklenburg County?
Yeah, just the numbers are incredible. Like each year it's around 375,000 books that go out each year.
Wow.
Since we started in 2014, we've given out like 5.3 million books. That's just, that number is huge. And when the program came to Smart Start in 2014, I was not affiliated. I was in a different nonprofit, and the group that had raised the money asked me to come in and being the nonprofit person and kind of bridge that gap. And I never knew I would go to work for Smart Start, never knew I'd be in this role, but it just seems very full circle and such an honor to just carry on her legacy in a small way here locally.
Yeah, fantastic. Any concern for the future with her passing when it comes to Smart Start?
I'm going to say no. I think Dolly would be the one to be optimistic and to see the bright side of everything. And I told someone today my favorite song is "Light of a Clear Blue Morning." So seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't think we're not going to be worried about funding because I think the state will continue to help, and I know the community will rally around Dolly.
All right, you brought some books with you too.
Yes.
Some of your favorites?
A few that stick out to me. So, Little Engine That Could. This is the first book that goes out to new children who are enrolled, just to kind of teach them perseverance at a young age.
I love it.
And then I always bring this one. Dolly Parton wrote it herself, Coat of Many Colors.
Coat of Many Colors.
The song that she sang. So yeah, those are a couple of my favorites.
Oh, that's great. For parents who are not familiar with this program and want to get their children involved, how do they?
The easiest way is to go to our website, smartstartofmec.org, and you can find more information about Dolly Parton Library and enroll there. And it is, just remember, it's county specific. So if you want if you're in another county and want to enroll, just go to that Smart Start and they will get you set up.
All right. And then as far as folks who might want to get involved in with the program, or just hearing this for the first time, want to share in passing Dolly Parton's legacy forward and paying it forward, what can they do?
Sure. We're open to opportunities to help and support us anytime, so you can reach out to Smart Start and definitely get children enrolled. I know the national organization, Dolly Parton Library, is accepting donations. And we're open to any kind of involvement. We have little libraries that are spread throughout the community, just another opportunity to give out books. So there's always opportunities to help spread reading throughout the county.
All right, Mike, nice to have you in and see your involvement and what it does for the community, and just a little taste of that Dolly Parton magic. Anything else you want to leave our viewers with today? It's hard to process the sadness that comes along with this, because I am such a big fan. But just embracing all the goodness that Dolly carried with her, and her love of people, and her love of just helping others, and just take that with us. I mean, and that's the lesson here. I think that's the takeaway. The kindness. I think it just supersedes so much. All right, Mike Blackwelder. Before we just bust out in tears, I'm going to let you go here, and thank you for bringing in Miss Dolly with her book out there. It's wonderful.